First contact confusion. The massive view screen aboard the Galactic Council's diplomatic vessel, Harmonious Intent, displayed Earth in stunning detail, a blue-green marble hanging in the void, wrapped in swirling white clouds. Admiral Zixvera of the Aurelian Confederation tapped his chitinous fingers against the polished obsidian table. They've achieved nuclear fission, primitive spaceflight, and global communication networks, reported Science Officer Teln, her translucent skin pulsing with blue bioluminescence. Standard Class 3 civilization markers. Our simulations predict 93.7% compliance with initial diplomatic protocols. Admiral Zixvera nodded his crested head. Proceed with First Contact Package Alpha. The usual approach: technological gifts, medical advancements, limited weapons capabilities. Nothing too disruptive to the power balance. The Council had performed this ritual thousands of times across the galaxy. New species were always awed by alien contact, then grateful for the carefully measured gifts that advanced their civilization just enough to make them dependent on galactic trade. It was a perfect system that had created stability for millennia. Nobody expected humans to break the pattern. Captain Mira Chen of the EDS Pathfinder stared at the object floating in Earth's orbit. It hadn't been there yesterday. The gleaming pyramidal structure, roughly the size of a small car, rotated slowly, emitting occasional pulses of light. General Campbell is on secure channel, her communications officer reported. The general's weathered face appeared on screen. Captain, I assume you're seeing what we're seeing. Yes, sir. Definitely not one of ours. NASA confirms no known space debris matches its profile. The Chinese, Russians, and European Space Agency all deny responsibility. Mira studied the telemetry. It's positioning itself precisely. Whatever it is, it's not random space junk. Orders, Captain. She straightened her uniform. We're going to say hello. Throughout human history, every first contact scenario imagined by writers and filmmakers had followed predictable trajectories, either peaceful exchange or violent conquest. What actually happened surprised everyone. The alien probe opened like a flower, revealing not weapons but gifts. Data crystals containing medical treatments for cancer and degenerative diseases, blueprints for clean energy systems, and communication protocols for interstellar dialogue. Attached was a formal invitation to join the Galactic Council, a federation of 17 intelligent species. Within hours, similar probes appeared in orbit above every major world capital. The message was clear: we come in peace, bearing gifts. Dr. Eliza Okonkwo, head of Earth's hastily assembled First Contact Response Team, studied the alien technology with growing suspicion. These medical treatments skip developmental steps, she told the United Nations Security Council. They'd make us dependent on their supply chains for certain compounds. The energy systems require rare minerals we'd need to purchase from them. You're suggesting this is a trap? Asked the Chinese representative. Not exactly, but it's definitely not pure altruism, Eliza replied. This is a business proposal disguised as a gift. After 3 days of intense global debate, Earth sent its response to the Galactic Council, a package containing an assortment of handcrafted items from various Earth cultures: Navajo dreamcatchers, Russian nesting dolls, Japanese origami, and Kenyan beaded jewelry, along with several terabytes of Earth music spanning every genre and era. No formal acceptance of their offer, no technological exchange, just crafts and music. Ambassador Vrel of the Arthean Collective stared at the human response package in disbelief. They sent us toys, he asked, his facial tentacles writhing in confusion. Admiral Zixvera studied the objects. Cultural artifacts. Perhaps a ritual exchange before formal negotiations. Our data analysts are struggling with their music, Teln reported. The humans combine harmonics in ways that seem deliberately chaotic. Some of their songs discuss violence, others mating rituals, and some appear completely nonsensical. Perhaps they misunderstood our offer, suggested another counselor. Impossible, Zixvera said firmly. Our translation matrices are flawless. They understood. This is something else. The Council's response was to send another, more impressive gift, a small but functional antimatter reactor with enough power to sustain a major city, along with detailed schematics for its operation. Earth's reply came 3 days later. Thousands of paper boats folded from colorful paper, along with recipes for dishes from around the world, and seeds from various plants and flowers. "They're mocking us," hissed Ambassador Vrel. "No," countered Teln, studying the paper boats under a scanner. "The folding patterns are fascinating. They incorporate mathematical principles that suggest understanding of our technology. This isn't mockery. It's communication we don't understand." The Council's military contingent, led by War Commander Krax of the Volturian Empire, took a different approach. They dispatched a small battlecruiser to orbit Mars, demonstrating weapons capabilities by vaporizing a section of the planet's surface before sending formal offers of military alliance and protection. Humans responded by broadcasting reruns of old science fiction shows across all frequencies the aliens were monitoring, along with an invitation to an intergalactic movie night where Earth leaders proposed to discuss our shared visions of space exploration over popcorn and soft drinks. "This makes no logical sense," War Commander Krax growled, his scaled skin darkening with frustration. "We've offered them power beyond their imagination, and they respond with entertainment." Behind the scenes on Earth, the situation was far different than the aliens imagined. In underground facilities around the globe, scientists were working frantically, reverse engineering the alien technology, while providing no hint of their progress. "The antimatter reactor works exactly as designed," Dr. Amit Patel reported to the Security Council. "But there's something interesting about the containment field. We've been able to adapt the principles to our shield research." General Campbell nodded. "And the weapons demonstration on Mars gave us exactly what we needed," Eliza added. "The energy signatures, radiation patterns, and dispersal rates told us more about their weapon systems than they intended. We're already developing countermeasures." "So our nonsensical responses are working?" asked the French representative. "Perfectly," Eliza confirmed. "Every gift they send reveals their technology while giving nothing away about our own capabilities. Every strange reply from us makes them increasingly confused about our true intentions." What the Galactic Council didn't realize was that humanity had been preparing for alien contact for decades. Not through formal government programs, but through something far more pervasive: science fiction. Generations had grown up contemplating alien encounters, technological traps, and hidden agendas. While other species approached first contact with standard protocols, humans approached it with creative paranoia. The Council's frustration reached new heights when they sent their most impressive offer yet: a comprehensive database containing the basic scientific knowledge of all 17 Council species, enough to advance Earth's technology by centuries. Earth's response was to send back thousands of comic books, video games, and a custom-made board game called Galactic Monopoly, with rules that seemed deliberately convoluted. "This is unprecedented," Admiral Zixvera admitted during an emergency council session. "We've contacted over 300 new species. None have rejected membership outright, and certainly none have responded with, 'Whatever this is.' Perhaps we should simply take what we want from them," suggested War Commander Krax. "They are primitive compared to us. Our long-range sensors detect unusual energy signatures from their moon," Teln reported. "And their communications have patterns suggesting encryption far beyond their technological level. I advise caution." Meanwhile, in a secure facility beneath the Gobi Desert, Earth's finest minds gathered around a holographic display showing the alien fleet. "They're growing impatient," General Campbell observed. "Contingency plans ready." "Luna Base is fully operational," replied Colonel Jansen. "The prototype shields are online, and weapons systems are at 85% capacity." Dr. Eliza Okonkwo smiled. "And they still have no idea what we're doing. To them, we must appear primitive, possibly insane, but certainly harmless." Exactly as planned. Campbell nodded. Now we wait for their next move. Back aboard the Harmonious Intent, the Council prepared their final diplomatic effort. If this failed, they would need to reassess Earth entirely. Perhaps, suggested Ambassador Vrel, we've been too subtle. Maybe humans require absolute clarity. Admiral Zixfera considered this. Prepare a direct transmission. I will speak to their leaders personally. As the first part of this cosmic misunderstanding drew to a close, neither side fully understood the other. The Galactic Council saw humans as bizarre, unpredictable creatures who rejected the established order for incomprehensible reasons. Humans saw the aliens as potential conquerors using gifts as Trojan horses. The stage was set for an encounter that would reshape galactic politics forever. The tables turn. Admiral Zixfera's massive form dominated the worldwide broadcast. His chitinous exoskeleton gleamed under the lights of the Harmonious Intent's bridge as he addressed humanity directly for the first time. People of Earth, the translation software rendered his clicks and whistles into dozens of human languages simultaneously. We have extended every courtesy, offered knowledge and advancement beyond your current capabilities. Your responses have been confusing. We wish to understand your intentions. Do you reject membership in the Galactic Council? In the United Nations Emergency Response Center in Geneva, world leaders gathered to craft a reply. The moment had come for clarity after months of deliberate misdirection. Dr. Eliza Okonkwo stepped forward to the transmission podium. As head of the First Contact Response Team, she had been chosen as humanity's voice. Admiral Zixfera and representatives of the Galactic Council. She began, her voice steady, despite the weight of 7 billion lives on her shoulders. We appreciate your gifts and attention. However, we've studied your offers carefully and have concerns about the terms. A murmur rippled through the alien command bridge. Terms. Zixfera's translator conveyed confusion. We offered you advancement with no explicit conditions. Precisely, Eliza replied. No explicit conditions, but our analysis reveals implicit dependencies in your technology. Your medical treatments require compounds found only in Council space. Your energy systems need maintenance only Council engineers can provide. Your weapons systems have backdoor protocols we can't override. The Admiral's posture stiffened, a reaction the human xenobiologists had predicted. They'd been studying alien body language from every transmission. You misunderstand, Zixfera countered. These are natural technological limitations, not deliberate restrictions. Perhaps, Eliza acknowledged. But they create dependency nonetheless. Earth wishes to join galactic society as equals, not as dependents. Our gifts to you, our art, music, games, these represent humanity's true wealth. Our creativity and diversity of thought. On the Harmonious Intent, Science Officer Teln approached the Admiral, speaking softly. Sir, we're detecting energy spikes from the humans' lunar installation. Something is powering up. War Commander Krax moved to a tactical station. Weapons signatures. They've been hiding military capabilities. Admiral Zixfera maintained his diplomatic composure. Dr. Okonkwo, our scans detect technological activity inconsistent with your development level. Please explain. Eliza smiled. Just as you've observed us, we've studied you. Each gift you sent contained technologies we could analyze and adapt. Your demonstration on Mars provided valuable weapons signatures. Your communication protocols revealed encoding techniques we could reverse engineer. Impossible, hissed Ambassador Vrel. Their civilization is barely space capable. And yet, Eliza continued, we've made significant progress. Perhaps a demonstration is in order. She nodded to someone off-screen. Moments later, the lunar surface lit up as massive hangar doors slid open, revealing a fleet of sleek vessels that had been hidden beneath the regolith. Meet humanity's defense force, Eliza announced. Developed using principles adapted from your own technology, but with distinctly human innovations. The Alien Council erupted in chaos. This violated every prediction model, every first contact protocol in their extensive history. You've been deceiving us deliberately, Zixfera realized, his voice carrying a mixture of anger and, surprisingly, respect. We've been protecting ourselves, Elisa corrected. History has taught us caution. When a technologically superior force arrives bearing gifts, examining those gifts carefully is simply prudent. War Commander Krax growled, his claws extending. Our battle fleet could reduce your cities to ash before your primitive ships cleared your atmosphere. You could try. General Campbell stepped into view beside Elisa. But you might want to check your long-range sensors first. Telm's voice became urgent. Admiral, we're detecting hundreds of small objects approaching our fleet. They appear to be drones of human design, but utilizing quantum entanglement principles from our own communications technology. Impossible, Zixfera whispered. Such adaptation would take decades. For most species, perhaps, Elisa agreed. But humans have something your simulations fail to account for: unparalleled adaptability. We don't advance linearly like most civilizations. We make creative leaps. The alien fleet found itself surrounded by swarms of small, agile craft that had seemingly appeared from nowhere, launched from hidden facilities across Earth's solar system. This isn't aggression, Elisa clarified. It's a demonstration. We've spent months appearing foolish and primitive while studying your every move. Now we invite you to know the real humanity. Admiral Zixfera, veteran of 1,000 diplomatic missions, did something unprecedented in Council history. He laughed, a strange clicking sound that confused his own crew. In 17,000 years of first contacts, he admitted, no species has ever reversed our own strategies against us so effectively. You rejected our gifts not out of ignorance but out of wisdom. We propose a different relationship, Elisa offered, not one of patron and client, but of genuine exchange, equal partners with different strengths. The council members conferred among themselves, their translated whispers picked up by Earth's monitoring systems. Their adaptation rate is extraordinary. The strategic thinking, using apparent foolishness as cover. Their technology shows innovation along vectors we never considered. Finally, Zixfera addressed Earth again. Your proposal is unconventional. The Council has never admitted a species without the standard integration process. Then perhaps the standard process needs revision, Elisa suggested. You've encountered thousands of civilizations, but I suspect none quite like humanity. In the depths of the Gobi Desert facility, Dr. Amit Patel monitored communications between the alien vessels. They're genuinely shocked. Their encryption changed 3 times in the last 5 minutes as they realized we might be listening. And the quantum link to Lunabase? General Campbell asked. Stable. They can't jam it because they don't understand how we've implemented it. Their technology depends on subspace techniques. We took their principles but applied quantum entanglement instead. The aliens requested a brief recess to consider Earth's position. When communication resumed hours later, Admiral Zixfera appeared with the full council visible behind him. Representatives of 17 species united in their reassessment of humanity. We have reviewed your position and capabilities, the Admiral stated formally. The Council acknowledges that our standard protocols may not be appropriate for Earth. We propose direct negotiations, with no prerequisites or technological dependencies. War Commander Krax stepped forward, his scaled form towering over the others. Your defensive innovations are impressive. The Council would benefit from such thinking. What had begun as a standard first contact mission had evolved into something unprecedented. Within days, human delegations were invited aboard the Harmonious Intent, while Council representatives walked the streets of Earth's major cities, experiencing human culture firsthand. In a private meeting with Elisa, Admiral Zixfera confessed, "When you sent us music and games instead of formal acceptance, our analysts thought you were primitive or insane. Now I see it was a test. You were gauging our reactions, learning about us, while revealing nothing. We've spent centuries telling stories about alien contact," Elisa explained. "Some hopeful, many cautionary. When you actually arrived, We had thousands of scenarios already considered. Your fiction prepared you for reality. Teln observed, fascinated, a form of cultural simulation. The final negotiations established humanity's unique position in galactic politics. Earth would join the Council, but maintain technological independence. Human creativity would be traded for alien experience. Earth culture exchanged for galactic knowledge. 6 months after the first alien probe entered Earth orbit, humanity celebrated its first official embassy on the Galactic Council's capital world. The building stood out among the sleek, uniform structures of alien design, an eclectic combination of architectural styles from across Earth, from Aztec pyramids to Chinese pagodas, Arabian domes to ultramodern glass. Inside, Ambassador Eliza Okonkwo, her new official title, hosted the ceremony that would formalize humanity's place among the stars. The room buzzed with alien diplomats sampling Earth cuisine, examining human artwork, and attempting to dance to Earth music with varying degrees of success. Admiral Zixfera approached Eliza as the celebration reached its peak. "I must confess something, Ambassador. In 17 millennia of diplomatic service, I've overseen the integration of hundreds of species into our galactic community. All followed predictable patterns. Until humans," Eliza smiled. "Until humans," he agreed. "Your species accomplished in months what takes others centuries. Technological adaptation, strategic assessment, and cultural exchange, all while appearing to do nothing of significance. Perhaps that's humanity's greatest strength," Eliza suggested. "We're unpredictable, even to ourselves." Outside the embassy windows, the sprawling galactic capital glittered with the accumulated achievements of 17 advanced civilizations. And now, humanity's light joined theirs, not dimmed or absorbed, but shining with its own distinct brilliance. In the Council archives, Earth's file was updated with a new classification never used before. Approach with caution. Expect the unexpected. Highly recommended as allies, potentially catastrophic as adversaries. And in schools across the galaxy, a new lesson was added to diplomatic training. Sometimes the most sophisticated response to an advanced civilization is a handcrafted gift and an invitation to movie night. The galaxy would never be quite the same again.